Educating international students is big business. But while the students are contributing nearly $20 billion to our economy each year, we're exploiting them once they arrive.
The first job I got was only $5 per hour.
They pay me $8 an hour.
There are 10 other people like me in my workplace.
If we don't work for them, we have no money.
Welcome back to Story Hunters. I'm Ash McGee. So far we've heard from 64 international students, all with similar stories of exploitation and abuse. But while these students have been brave enough to share their stories with us, most have been too scared to report it to the regulator, the Fair Work Ombudsman.
The people just get scared to don't want to put ourselves in trouble because we work cash in hand, just like not tax.
I didn't pay the tax, so that's what I'm worried about.
Yeah. So we put in a Freedom of Information request for their complaints database to see just what's in it. More than a third of complaints last year were from workers under 30, and more than half were about employers underpaying or not paying at all. But it didn't single out international students, so we took our questions to the Ombudsman herself.
Natalie James, Natalie, the traditional way, and I'm the Fair Work Ombudsman. We only receive a couple of hundred complaints from international students every year. However, that doesn't, to me, suggest the full story. We can work with them. We can talk to immigration to ensure that they will retain their visa status, even if they breach their visa, because they're assisting us with our investigation. Or if they're still concerned, then they can submit an anonymous tip-off online. We won't know who they are, but they can tell us who these employers are that are treating them in this appalling way. Cash in hand in and of itself is not a breach of workplace laws.
No, but $8 an
hour those hourly rates are concerning, and our overseas workers team, which is a specialist compliance team, does follow up on reports of those sorts of hourly rates being advertised. There's no doubt we need to do more to engage with this cohort. There's absolutely no doubt that we need to be working harder to reach international students.
I think the reason we've been turning a blind eye to this is because we find it hard to relate to international students, hard to empathise. I think for us to feel for them, for us to want their situation to change, we need to feel a connection. And I know that's really hard when we can't show you their faces and you can't see the emotion that we've seen. They're sad, they're angry, and they're scared. She was the first student we interviewed, and she changed all of that for both my producer Loretta and I. What did you think of her?
I liked her. I liked her a lot.
Yeah. I think we both wanted to just be friends with her.
Maybe we tried too hard.
She was like any of my friends at uni. She was naive, hopeful, fiercely independent, and also really brave to leave her home and her family to study here. I really hate that we're failing her, and potentially tens of thousands of others who are just like her.